What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another video. It's your boy Deep Rhythm, and we back with another video. Today we got a special video for y'all. Today, I want to make this video real quick to really break down Kobe. I want to break down Kobe, not even just his work ethic, but there's something about Kobe I want to break down that I find interesting. So Kobe, right? I wanna break down not only his, it's how smart he was in the game, right? So in basketball, on the court, right? He was so smart. Like, he understood the team he was playing against inside and out. He's already come up with strategies, maneuvers, and he's already watched so much film on you before he even steps on the court with you. So it's like when he actually does step on the court with you, he's reading the game, like the entirety of the game as he's playing it. But at the same time, so his skill set, he's always ready to react to react to any situation that comes that comes about, because he's already had so much film study on the game. And he knows what to look for, so he focuses his eyes focused on that, right? He's focused on the other team. He's focused on whatever the other team might do that he's seen on film. There's the same game situations that he's seen over and over again on the film. The same thing that's seen over and over again. He's kind of angled. He's kind of structured by that, right? As he's playing, he's angled on that. But at the same time, to mix it up, he's also, very tapped into his own game, so much so that he can pick apart the game and read the game to a point to where he can bypass a lot of the things. He can bypass things that he's already prepared for and lock right into his own bag and let his bag kind of take over and control the game for itself. So it's so much so. It's so much of just being ready to just, have his bag dictate how this is going to go, instead of, instead of, by chance, the game, the flows and what he's seen on film. So it's a perfect balance from in between him when he when he steps on the court and is reading the game and playing and strategizing based off the game, versus him pulling out his bag moves and executing moves that he's done time and time again with no thought or care in the world what's in front of him. You know what I'm saying? So it's a perfect balance. And I think that is that's one thing to note about Kobe Bryant, and it's just his ability, his IQ level, his brilliance, his mind, his mind was so smart. It was so keen, and it knew everything that was going on. You know what I'm saying? His IQ level was crazy. It's so sharp, like a hawk. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? He was so tapped into his own game. He let his own game just dictate the game itself. IQ didn't even matter. It didn't matter what was in front of him. He was able to measure, engage, and analyze, his own I want to say ego or pride, but I want to say more so his discipline. You know what I'm saying? He was able to gauge that and be like, it don't matter what's in front of me at the end of the day, even though I know all this, it still don't matter at the end of the day, because I can still get this shot up and there ain't nothing you can do about it. So the combination of just his training and his reinforced, mechanics with his IQ level and his film study was so crucial and so much on another level that, that the combination of it and the mix of it was just brilliance, right? It was just a magnificent thing to see. So that's what I wanted to talk about in this video, because I think that's something that we can take from. That's one thing about Kobe that I just think is just something worth that I wanted to actually just take the time to point out right here in this video. Because I think that aspect is crazy. Just to like I said, be that enforced with your mechanics, and then just be that tapped into, but still like be that tapped into your IQ level and understanding, everything that's going on the court, and then just, going off, mixing that together was so beautiful. Of course, along with his work ethic and his defense, and the effort that he applied on the court, regardless of him being the best player and the superstar. That's also worth noting, and it's a real reflection, to really actually go back and sit back and watch that. So that's what I wanted to, kind of make this video on. Not too much in this video, but I did want to go ahead and break that down for y'all. So, we're gonna go ahead and conclude this video. If you like this video, and you want more of these sort of breakdowns, let me know. Leave a like, comment what you think, and I also want to say this as an athlete. I think with proper reinforcement of just the things that you do and the functional trainings and things that you do, whether it be anything from on or off the basketball court, I think it would be very essential, and just like making these such a priority, that you're focusing on each and every single one of your individual functions, to the point to where you're constantly reinforcing your mechanics, your craft, yourself, and then going out and doing the film and the film study that you need to do in order to progress, yourself, and progress yourself in whatever field or playing field that you're in, or whatever the things that whatever the things you're responsible for, or whatever the things that you're you have a responsibility of doing, right, and being, and being a part of. So that, in combination with your mechanics, your functionings, and maintenance, proper maintenance in all aspects, including nutrition, even the corrective exercises you do, and managing even your other spaces outside of the basketball court, like the things your home style, lifestyle, and the management of these things, in coordination with everything else, right, is the perfect foundation. And Kobe was the perfect representation of that, and he was the perfect role model of that, of being, just that, having that reinforcement, just being able to reinforce all these aspects of yourself on a consistent, disciplined basis, and combine that with just perfect IQ, and mix that to create a game. His game is so beautiful for that. And I think that's I think that is something worth noting, and something worth really taking the time to really point out in terms of just how we develop ourselves, how we are developing ourselves, and the things that we ourselves need to do for our own individual progressions, and our craft, what you're building, right? Your progressions, right, and your businesses. So it's just being reinforcing all that, right? And it's like, and this kind of type of psychology can be applied to anything, including business, right? It can be applied to the way you manage business, and the way you manage all the functions of whatever type of business you have. Your IQ level and your ability to watch film and understand that which is going on around you, and understanding the other teams involved, and how they get down, along with, being that tapped into your own functioning, you know, and it's just a perfect balance of that, you know, that really creates, you know, that fortified being or that fortified individual, right? Like Kobe Bryant. So that is what I wanted to speak on in this video. I'm gonna conclude this video right here. I'm not gonna go too much deeper into. I'm not gonna make this video too long. But I feel like we got the points that we wanted to get out in this video. You know, it's just being able to just stay, like I said, reinforced and disciplined and all that. You know, from nutrition, from your corrective exercises, from your stretching, from even the amount of days or times that you get on the explosive training and then the strength training, right? And even functional training too. But even coming off the basketball court into, you know, spaces of maybe art and spaces of maybe art, literature, and things that reinforce your brain, or even this just family, friend time, and just balancing these things, you know, a little bit, you know, as well, and balancing these spaces, community, and just with perfect, you know, balance and reinforcement of this business, then I feel like this, you know, this can be applied. This can be directly applied to whatever it is that you're doing, or whatever it is, you know, you're trying to progress to. It's just a management thing and an organization thing, too, just like, you know, Kobe's game. So I feel like that was something, you know, worth noting. And I'm going to see y'all in the next video. Peace, love, and yeah, if you like this video, yeah, go, that's gonna conclude this video. I hope somebody was able to take from this video, if possible, maybe this helps somebody. Just maybe somebody needed to hear it, you know. But hopefully, you know, somebody was able to take from this video, and actually, you know, get something that they might be able to apply to and build themselves off of, as intended. So, but anyway, I'm going to conclude this video right here. Peace, love, and we're out this joint.